Hello everyone, I am Anitha Mehta, Assistant Professor of SBM DEC. Today we are going to have one topic for our discussion on business regulations. And the topic is the Foreign Exchange Management Act of 1999. Introduction to FEMA Act. The Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 has come into effect on June 1st, 2000 and it has replaced the FERA 1973. FEMA was introduced to simplify and amend the law relating to foreign exchange with the objective of promoting external trade and payment and for facilitating the development and maintenance of foreign exchange trade, rationalization of tariff and liberalization of Indian investments in India. This act extends to the whole of India. The purpose of this act was to regulate certain payments, dealing in foreign exchange, securities, transactions indirectly affecting foreign exchange, and the export and import of currency, and for the conservation of foreign exchange resources of the country. It was done in order to relax the control on foreign exchange in India. Scope of FEMA. It classified foreign exchange transactions in two categories. The first category is capital account transactions and the second one is current account transactions. It lays down the areas requiring specific permission of the RBI, Government of India on acquisition and holding of foreign exchange. It provides powers to the Reserve Bank for mentioning the categories of foreign exchange, that is capital account transactions, and limitations in foreign exchange that is admissible for such transaction. It gives full freedom to a person resident in India who was earlier resident outside India to hold own immovable property situated outside India and acquired those properties when he was resident. The contravention of this act provides for arrest only in exceptional cases. It does not apply to Indian citizens resident outside India. This FEMA contains 7 chapters which are divided in 49 sections. The basic difference between FERA and FEMA are as follows. FERA was enacted in 1973, is an old enactment. FEMA enacted in 1999, extension of FERA. The second most important thing which we must know is FERA was enacted to regulate payment and foreign exchange in India. It was enacted to facilitate external trade and payment in order to promote orderly maintenance of foreign exchange in the country. FERA has 81 sections, therefore lengthy. It has 7 chapters divided in 49 sections and therefore less lengthier. It was introduced when foreign exchange reserve was low. This was introduced when foreign exchange reserve was satisfactory. The approach towards foreign exchange transaction is quite rigid and conservative and restrictive under FERA. Under FEMA, it is flexible. Citizens were the basis for determining residential status under FERA, and more than 6 months stay is the basic thing for determining residential status. The object of FEMA are as follows. First important point is it facilitates external trade and payments. Second one, promotes orderly maintenance of foreign exchange market in India. Third one, relax control on joint ventures, collaborations, subsidiary establishment both in India by foreigners and abroad by Indians. Now the next heading for our discussion is the definition part. The first important definition is authorized person. Authorized person means authorized dealer, money changer, offshore banking unit, or any other person for the time being authorized under subsection 1 of section 10 to deal in foreign exchange or foreign securities. Capital account transaction means a transaction which alters the assets or liabilities, including contingent liabilities outside India or persons resident in India, of assets or liabilities in India or persons resident outside India, and includes transaction referred in subsection 3 of section 6. Current account transaction means a transaction other than capital account transaction and without prejudice to the generality of the foregoing. Such transaction includes payments due in connection with foreign trade, other current business, services, and short-term banking and credit facility in the ordinary course of business. Payments due as interest on loan and as net income from investment, remittance from living expenses of parents, spouse, children residing abroad, and expenses in connection with foreign travel, education, medical care of parents, spouse, and children. Person. Person includes individual, Hindu undivided family, company, firm, association of persons, or body of individual, whether incorporated or not, every artificial juridical person not falling within preceding subset clauses. Person resident in India means a person residing in India for more than 182 days during the course of preceding financial year. Person resident outside India means a person who is not resident in India. Repatriate to India means bringing into India the realized foreign exchange and the selling of such foreign exchange to an authorized person in India in exchange for rupees, or holding of realized amount in an account with an authorized person in India to the extent notified by Reserve Bank, and includes use of realized amount for discharge of debt or liability or denominated in foreign exchange, and the expression repatriation shall be construed accordingly. Currency means all currency notes, postal orders, money orders, checks, drafts, traveler's check, letter of credit, bills of exchange, promissory note, credit cards, or such similar instrument as may be notified by RBI. Foreign exchange has been defined as: foreign exchange means foreign currency and includes deposits, credit, balances payable in foreign currency, drafts, traveler's check, letter of credit or bill of exchange expressed or drawn in Indian currency but payable in foreign currency, drafts, traveler's check, letter of credit or bill of exchange drawn by banks, institutions or persons outside India but payable in Indian currency. Foreign security means any security in the form of shares, stock, bonds, debentures, or other instrument denominated or expressed in foreign currency, and includes securities expressed in foreign currency but where redemption or any form of return such as interest or dividend is payable in Indian currency. The most important part of FEMA are the features of FEMA. The first one, provisions regarding dealing in foreign exchange. According to Section 3 of FEMA, only authorized person under the government terms can deal in foreign exchange in India. According to the Act, except with the general or special permission of the RBI, no person can deal in or transfer any foreign exchange or foreign security to any person not being an authorized person, make any payment to or for the credit of any person resident outside India in any manner, receive otherwise through an authorized person any payment by order or on behalf of any person resident outside India in any manner. Reasonable restrictions for current account transactions may be prescribed. The second feature of the Act is provisions regarding holding of foreign exchange. According to Section 4, no person in India shall acquire, hold, own, possess, transfer any foreign exchange or foreign security or immovable property situated outside India except according to provisions of this Act. Third one is provisions regarding current account transactions. According to Section 5 of FEMA, there is no restriction regarding sale or deal in foreign exchange from authorized person if it is current account transaction. The following transactions are deemed as current account transactions. First one, expenses in connection with foreign travel, education, medical care of parents, spouse and children, payment due as interest on loan, payment due under short-term loan or business. Provisions regarding capital account transaction. Under Section 6, RBI fixed the limit of foreign exchange transaction relating to capital account after discussion with Indian government. Any person may sell or draw foreign exchange or to or from any authorized person or capital account transaction. The Reserve Bank, in consultation with central government, will specify any class or capital account transactions which are permissible, the limit up to which foreign exchange shall be admissible for such transactions. RBI can restrict the following: transfer of foreign security by Indian resident, transfer of foreign security by Indian resident which is now outside India, transfer of immovable property. The next important point is provision regarding export of goods and services. According to Section 7, it is the duty of the exporter to declare true and correct details of the goods which he has to sell in the market outside India. Therefore, he must send a complete report to RBI. According to the Act, the RBI may, for the purpose of ensuring that the full export value of the goods or such reduced value of the goods as RBI determined, having regard to the prevailing market condition, is received without any delay, direct any exporter to comply with such requirements as it deems fit. The next important thing is persons provisions regarding authorized persons. According to Section 10 of FEMA, RBI may, on application made to it in this behalf, authorize any person to be known as authorized person to deal in foreign exchange or in foreign securities as an authorized dealer, money changer, or offshore banking unit, or any other matter as it deems fit. RBI can authorize anybody who can deal in money exchange or offshore transactions or and foreign exchange. He has to follow the rules, guidelines of RBI, and RBI can revoke the authorization granted to any person at any time in public interest. Provisions regarding contraventions and penalties. According to Section 13 to 15, if any person contravenes the rules or regulations of FEMA or RBI direction, he will be liable to penalty of 3 times the sum involved in contravention, and if the contravention continues, he will pay up to 5,000 per day during the time of contravention. According to the Act, if any person contravenes any provision or regulations or directions issued an exercise of power under this issued by the RBI, he shall adjudicate be liable to penalty of 3 times the sum involved. Provisions regarding adjudications and appeal. According to Section 18, the central government can appoint adjudicating authority who can give punishment of civil imprisonment to maximum 6 months in case it is less than 1 crore. If demanded value is more than 1 crore, punishment of imprisonment may be 3 years. The person can appeal to special director against the decision of the adjudicating authority. He can also appeal to appellate tribunal and can go to the High Court within 60 days of communication of order. Prosecution for offences committed. Adjudicating agencies are as given below. Adjudicating authority. The inquiry of any contravention of FEMA is conducted by adjudicating authority appointed by central government. Appeal to special director. This person has authorized to be heard appeals arising out in order of the adjudicating authority. Appeal to appellate tribunal. The appellate tribunal is entitled to hear appeals made in accordance from an order made by adjudicating authority or special director of appeals. Appeal to the High Court. Any person aggrieved by the decision or order of the appellate tribunal may file an appeal to the High Court within 60 days from the communication of the thing. Next important thing is Directorate of Enforcement. The Directorate of Enforcement and such officers appointed by the central government has the power to conduct, investigate, search and seize any article. Procedure and powers of the appellate tribunal and special directors. The appellate tribunal and the special director of appeals shall not be bound by the procedures laid down by the CPC, but shall be guided by the principles of natural justice and the provisions of FEMA. The appellate tribunal and the special director shall have the powers to regulate its own procedure. The appellate tribunal and the special directors shall, for the purpose of discharging function, shall have the same powers as those vested in civil court in respect of the following matters: summoning and enforcing the attendance of any person, examining of oath, requiring the discovery and production of document, receiving evidence and affidavit, requisition of any public record from any office, issuing commissions, reviewing with decision, and the authority can also pass an order ex parte. any other matters as may be prescribed. An order made by the appellate tribunal and special director is executable by the appellate tribunal and the special director as a decree of special civil court, and the appellate tribunal and the director has all the powers of civil court. Notwithstanding anything contained in this act, the appellate tribunal may transmit any order made by it to civil court having local jurisdiction, and such civil court shall execute the order as if it were the decree made by that court. Now let us come to the last part of FEMA, that is the amount of penalty. Any contravention under FEMA may invite the following kinds of penalties. The first and foremost, if the amount against which an offence is quantified, then penalty will be thrice the sum involved in contravention. Second point, where the amount cannot be quantified, the penalty may be imposed up to 2 lakh rupees. Third one, if the contravention is continuing every day, then 5,000 rupees for every day after the first day during which the contravention continues. Further, in addition to the penalty, any currency, security or any money property involved in the contravention may also be confiscated. Thank you.